clear red card. It
Yeah.
was a very bad tackle. So
And then Pep went mad
yeah,
because
sit
of
down.
that.
Nobody talks. Sit down.
Yeah.
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 So
Very
now let's take the take which goes into the edit. I think I think the answer is Fabian Delph.
yeah.
Yeah, he was
Okay,
given a yellow first.
you
Yeah.
get the 2 points. Good one,
Yeah.
Cheers, bhai. Okay, so we discussed the good points, the bad points. Now get down to the downright ugly point. That is the UEFA announced the 2-year ban for City from Europe. Well, after a few days, our CEO Ferran Soriano came publicly and said that fans that there is no need to worry about. The allegations are false, and they are trying their best to overturn it. I hope he's right, but God forbid if it doesn't plan out like that way, and we are still banned in Europe. Like, what do you think that we should do to keep our level? Because there are three trophies still to fight for. Premier League, of course, and but there is a problem that this Liverpool side. There's another problem that the player retention, and there's another problem of play attracting a big players if you are not offering them a Champions League football. So, like, what do you think should we do to keep our level, to maintain our level that we have set? Yes, bye.
So I think first things first. It's very difficult to accept the fact that how the rules and who first of all who makes the rules and how the rules can be unfair and how they are in fact. So it's definitely very unfortunate to see something like that happen. Uh, I mean, it's a failure from, I would say it's a failure from UEFA and the FIFA's end. It's a big time failure. Uh, had there been regulations, it could have been in a much better way. I think perhaps Janil can give you an analogy how F1 is doing it starting season 21. So there are clear rules that govern things before things happen. So it's a lot of gray area. We don't know what happened. We just hope it isn't too bad. And one season, in my opinion, won't be too bad. Two season would be a
Yeah,
sort of
it will be difficult to retain the
completely new.
players. Yeah,
It will be very difficult, but it will be a very new experience as well. So I recently talked to someone at City, and I mean someone, I think one of the City fans from the UK, and I would sort of I my opinions changed a lot after I spoke to him. So the point that he tried to say, and the way in which he sort of looked for positives amidst this situation was really great. So right now, I think my opinions have really changed, and I won't be as disappointed as before, even if there's a 2-year ban. I am okay with that. I will go ahead and take it. And what I will do is, even if I have to let go of the biggest players and the biggest names, I would go ahead and do it. What it helps me and what it does to Man City would be, there are a lot of things that we have never been able to do before. Look at what Chelsea is doing right now, for example.
correct.
They have a legendary coach, a legend of the club who's a coach. He's training the youngest of the kids from the academy, building a team around them. That is something that is a very similar path that which we can perhaps take. Youngsters often don't get that much chance to play.
Correct.
There's no dearth of talent in the academy. We should perhaps they'll get more exposure. Maybe a couple of years down the line when Pep is no longer with us, or maybe even if he's there, how he sort of builds that young team, and the likes of Foden and Garcia and maybe I don't know, a couple of
And
Koto, those players
yeah,
developing into the next Silvas and company, etc. I think that would be a very interesting phase. So I think right now I look at it that way. So maybe we'll have only Premier League to focus on, and with the youngsters and the pool of talent we have, I think it will be a very interesting. Maybe we won't win all the games, but the kind of passion that
the
we'll have
passion.
for our own players, it might
Right.
be a very different experience altogether as fans.
Janil bhai, would you like to add something to it?
Yeah, no, I guess I agree to Shreyas, and it's the first of all we know even the United fans, Liverpool fans, the sane ones, they know that the UEFA regulations, the UEFA as a organization, it itself is corrupt from the inside. And the latest proof, or the latest thing that shows you, is their thought of making the Champions League places up by the club's coefficient. So there is no point of having the race for the top four.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So in a season like this, where Liverpool is sitting like 25 points clear of the second place team, there is no point for the other clubs to fight for any other positions. They'll just give up, playing the games too well, or just try testing out some new players, young players, and all of that. So and then clubs like Wolves, or Sheffield, all those clubs who are doing well right now, they will have no motivation whatsoever
Right.
to fight for the top four places. And and the clubs who have established themselves since years, like United or Liverpool, or now even City has established themselves as a regular in the Champions League. So um, although City gets a free pass to go to the Champions League based on the club coefficients and stuff, I still wouldn't want that to happen. You need your players to work for it.
Right.
So that's the very basic thing. The rules need to uh, get in place. And like Shreyas said, like Formula One, what they are doing right now is to help the smaller teams. They are in fact helping the smaller teams come close to the bigger teams, instead of giving the bigger teams a more push so
Yeah.
that they can just be
Right.
big forever. What they are doing is they've kept a budget cap. So last season or till now, Ferrari and Mercedes, they have like 400 or 500 million pounds of budget, while the smaller teams like Haas or Williams or those teams, they have like 75 million or 100 million budget cap, and that includes the player salaries, I mean the
Mhm.
driver salaries, the research and development and everything. So now they've just cut it short. They said 145 million for all teams. Do
Wow.
whatever you want. So even the bigger teams will have to cut down massively. So that is something that you need to do to make the sport interesting. Now, Premier League, obviously, City is on the top right now. By top, I mean Liverpool and City. Those are the two clubs we know will fight for the Premier League for at least
Amazing.
3 or 4 years to come, because of the squad they have, the manager they have. And I would really like it if the smaller teams also start coming close. We all like watching Wolves beat big teams. We all like watching Sheffield give a good fight to the big teams, and that is why Premier League is one of the most competitive ones. But if you start doing such things which will just affect, like the Newcastle owner, if we get a ban, what will the Newcastle owner think? The new owner who is going to come in, what will he think? Should I invest that much money into the club and then face a ban? Like, what did we do all this for? It was for nothing. So
Right.
that just discourages new investments into the sport. So yeah, I just hope we and I trust what the owners and the chairman and everyone has been saying. We do have proofs and everything. Let's hope. I mean, the hearing is coming 10th June, I believe.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
it's not that far. We'll come to know in a week.
Yeah, let's hope that everything goes all right. So, guys, I'm done with the question, but now we'll move to the last phase of the talk show, which is the trivia round, which I've told you guys to get prepared for. And like a few weeks ago, you took my trivia. Now it's my turn to take your trivia. I've prepared six questions for you, like three for each one. Here we won't have like a buzzer round. So like in first question, I'll ask Janil bhai to start, give the first answer. Next question, Shreyas bhai to give the first answer. And if you get the wrong, you give the wrong answer, opponent gets the chance. First question will be worth 1 point. Second question will be worth 2 points. Third question will be worth 3 points. And I'll tell you why they'll work. So, but now I've just arranged them from 1 to 6, and they are quite tough. So to keep it fair, I would like to do a toss. So I'm copying Martin Teller from Sky Sports. So I have a coin. So you have to generally buy just because you woke up so early for us. So I'll give you a chance to decide which hand I'm holding the coin, my left or my
Okay.
right.
Okay. Um, your left.
my left. So yes, I'm holding coin in my
Okay.
left. So you won the toss. So would you like to go first or second? Like, would you like to try the odd question 135, or would you like to give it to share five? They could be tough. They could be
I
easy.
just I just want to see the level of questions, so I'll let Shreyas go first.
Okay. So the first two questions are easy. The number three and four are tough, and five, six are like the worth 3 points, so they are like quite tough. So
Okay.
question number one for Shreyas bhai. City played
Okay.
which team in game week one of Premier League 17-18? By the way, these are the questions
17,
regarding
18.
our 17-18 season, Centurion season.
Hmm.
So City played which team in the
Got
first
it.
game week?
Wow, that is tough. And you
It
said it.
was Bournemouth away. We won 2-1. No.
What
That
do you
was the
think?
second. Wait. No.
So
Wait, bro.
wait, wait.
I think
So to be fair, I'll give Janil
I
bhai also a chance after you answer.
no.
I won't tell you are right or wrong. I'll give Janil bhai also a chance if
I
you
have
are.
it. I have it now. There was a
Cool, cool,
screening. I have the answer.
cool.
I'm.
Take your
You
time.
just put.
Just don't Google.
Yeah.
Take
It
your time.
was
Don't Google.
no. It was Brighton. We won 2-1. Aguero scored.
No, it was 2-0. Come on.
2-0 maybe. Yeah. But Aguero scored, and we were at the screening, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brighton.
That is correct answer. It
No
was
Google.
2-0 Aguero. The second goal was the own goal. Lewis done, but it
Hmm.
was Brighton correct answer.
Yeah.
So now question for Janil bhai. City signed five players in the summer of 2017. Let's just ignore the academy signing and the WSB signing. We signed the five key
Hmm.
players. Who was the
Hmm.
first signing of all those five?
Okay. Bernardo Silva.
Shreyas bhai, is he right or do you have another answer?
I guess he was the first. Oh no.
No, no, I'm
No.
Uh,
asking.
No.
I'm asking
I.
Shreyas bhai, like, no,
Uh,
you take your time and I'll give you the answer. It's no problem.
I think the right answer is Gundogan.
yeah.
No, I'm talking about
No.
17-18 season.
Yeah,
Gundogan
he
came
was
once.
signed before.
Yeah, he came
Gundogan
No.
was signed before when Pep was
Sorry.
the first
Yeah,
season.
Pep just came in. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, no.
City signed five players.
So
Who was the first one? Janil,
okay.
you could be right, you could be wrong. I'm
Was-
just asking shares by like,
Hmm.
are you right?
Mm-hmm.
Or is there another
Yeah, I
answer?
got it. Mm, was it Benjamin Mendy? I would go with Mendy.
Well, Janil bhai, you are correct. It was Bernardo Silva. He was signed in 26th May. He was signed actually before the Champions League final. So like he was signed the day after we released five players. You know, Navas, Sanya,
Hmm.
Feliciano.
And
Next day,
Okay.
he was kind of a surprise signing. Like no
yeah,
one
yeah, yeah,
expected it.
yeah, yeah,
It was
exactly.
not in news, and that's how I
Yeah,
remember because
yeah, yeah,
it
yeah,
just came out of nowhere.
yeah,
But
yeah.
40,
So
Yes.
43 million or something, if
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not
yeah,
wrong.
yeah. So now
Something
the
like that.
score is 1-1. Now the second question I'll ask both of you. It will be worth 2 points. And now it is quite tough. So I'll give you one hint that will take out to 1 point. So if you take a hint, you'll get 1 point. If you answer without hint, you get 2 points. So now Shreyas bhai,
Interesting.
but Shreyas bhai, now just because you lost the toss, it is kind of a difficult question. Uh, City lost to Wigan in FA Cup round of 16. Which City player was sent off in that game? If you need a hint, you can ask me. I'll give you a hint.
Hmm. I'll answer. I'll give my answer and then I'll ask for a hint. I hope I'm right before asking for a hint. I think it
This one is actually
was.
easy.
Actually, easy.
Uh,
Yeah, I think Jalil bhai knows.
it was. Hmm, was it Vincent Company?
Jalil bhai, do you
Okay.
want a hint or do you want a hint or like
No,
you
no, no.
can
It's
ask Jalil bhai?
no. I don't. Yeah, I think it was 2012 ka summer.
No.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the 17-18
No.
season.
But
17, 18, or
All
okay.
the
12.
all the
Yeah.
question will be regarding the
Okay.
17-18 season.
Okay. I thought जो final हमारे थे
No, no, no,
विगन
no, no,
से.
no, 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 not that final. The
Okay.
final
Okay. Okay.
it
Okay.
was in round of
Okay.
16.
Yeah, round of 16.
Okay.
Yeah.
Around of 16. Got it. Okay.
I even
Mm.
remember the tackle.
Okay. Yeah. So that was Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker.
No. It's my turn now. Come on.
Jalil bhai.
Delph.
Well, you won't get the point for this because these are 2 points,
That's
so
okay.
it will be unfair. But
Oh
what did you
yeah.
answer?
Delph.
Yeah, that is the
Fabian
correct
Delph.
answer. Yeah, that is the correct answer. By the way, funny story, he was given yellow card first, but then all the bigger players surrounded the Anthony Taylor, and then
Yeah,
he changed his decision to red card. So it was clear red card. It
yeah.
was a very bad tackle. So
And then Pep went mad
yeah,
because
sit
of that.
down. Nobody talks. Sit down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So now let's take the take which goes into the edit. I think I think the answer is Fabian Delph.
Yeah.
yeah. He was
Okay,
given a yellow first.
you get
Yeah.
the 2 points. Good one,
Yeah.
Shreyas bhai. So the score is 1-1.
Thanks.
Now this is the tough question for Janil bhai. I hope you have seen this game highlights again and again, so you might remember this game. City defeated Arsenal 3-0 in a Carabao Cup semi-final. That's Carabao final. Who was playing as a left back on that day for Man City?
Was playing left back. Uh, Zinchenko.
Shreyas bhai, is he right or do you have another answer? You won't get any point, but
No.
still. You can
I
take
think
hint
I
also. You can
think
take
it
hint
was
also.
Oh,
I think it was Danilo.
That is correct answer.
yeah.
Shezbai is right. So the score remains still 1-1. Now we have third question, which is worth 3 points, and I'll tell you why it was worth 3 points because it has three answers. So if you answer all three, you get 3 points. If you answer two, you
Okay.
get 2 points. One. So now the score is 1-1. So like it is a power play question. Get the answer right. So this is the question for Shreyas Bhai. Name other three teams who were in Group F with Man City in a Champions League that season, 2017-2018. Name the three teams. If you name three teams,
Three
you get three
teams,
points. If you get two, 2 points. 1-1.
17, 18, right?
Yeah. So now score is 1-1. So
Huh.
let's go.
Okay. So we were top of the group. We won 5 of the games. They were against. Hmm. Schalke was definitely one of them because we have them every year. And we didn't have any big team for sure.
I'll give you a hint if you
Slavia
want.
Praha.
I'll give you a hint. It won't get
Slavia
any point.
Praha also.
It won't get any point, but I'll give you a hint if you want.
Sure.
So, okay, in one game, Sergio Aguero became the top scorer of Man City against one team.
Yeah, that was against a German team. Was it Schalke?
I want three names.
Uh,
So first, give me three names, then I'll tell you.
he
I'll be right
scored.
or wrong.
I think he scored a penalty. So I'll go with Schalke, uh, Slavia Praha, that Prague team, I think, and uh, this one, the third one that सबसे पहले मैंने क्या बताया था?
Schalke, Slavia
सबसे
Praha.
पहले शालका ही तो बताया था.
Shakhtar, Schalke, and Slavia Praha.
Okay, so these are your three answers.
भाई दो तो सही है कि एक भी नहीं है क्या?
So like,
No,
so
he'll ask me first. He'll
अगर
ask
एक
me
भी नहीं है
first.
so like,
अगर एक भी नहीं है तो पक्का एडिट करेंगे. हाँ.
so out of those three, Shakhtar is correct. Shakhtar we get every year.
अरे
Schalke
यार.
we got last season in round of 16.
तो फिर बायर
So
लेवरकुसन होगा ब्रो.
no,
बायर लेवरकुसन.
you are you are getting confused with the last season. Because I watched 17-18 season. We had Hoffenheim in the group season last season, but the correct answer is Shakhtar,
Oh.
Napoli, and Feyenoord. Aguero scored that
Yeah,
goal against Napoli in 4-2 victory away at Napoli.
Okay.
I knew
Yes.
Shakhtar and Napoli. Shakhtar because we always have
Yes.
them apart
Yeah,
from the last season,
yeah,
Yeah.
and then Napoli. I remembered the Aguero goal,
yeah.
so
Yeah.
I
And
know.
I think Napoli was some record break also because we scored 4 goals in Italy or something. Was it?
We won 4-2 away.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Correct.
Hmm.
So now the question
Yeah.
for score is 2-1. So Shreyas Bhai got one answer correct. So now score is 2-1. Now you have to get just two answer right, Janil Bhai. By the way,
Hmm.
winner don't get anything, but we can make this interesting that loser should do something. Like if you guys want to do it, or we can do it like as a friendly game. If you want to bet something like the loser does this and that and that. I don't think Shreyas Bhai will agree now because you don't have a very good lead on this.
नहीं ब्रो अभी सिटी दिस इज द सिटी वे अभी में हम कम बैक करेंगे लास्ट
Okay.
में.
By the way, your
आई एम
questions
जस्ट
are
मेकिंग
over.
द गेम इंटरेस्टिंग.
So now,
Come back
Shreyas
to
Bhai,
My
मुझे करना
questions are
है.
over.
I am 2
My
one down.
questions are over.
yeah, you have two
I
questions.
thought I just
No.
okay.
three question for
Comeback
you.
मुझे करना है bro. I'm 2-1
No, you just
down.
have to wish.
Okay,
You
so
just have to wish now that Janil Bhai doesn't get the correct answer in any of
ठीक
these.
है,
So you have to
ठीक
just
है,
अभी
फिर
get
अभी
one
मुझे
tiebreaker
out of
में
these
आज
three. So
अभी
question
मुझे
for you
QPR
is
करना है.
the question for you is in 17-18 season in Premier League, Sergio Aguero scored 3 hat tricks. Can you name all three opponents against whom he scored the hat
Wow,
trick?
that is tough. Oh,
You just need two to get right. So if you get right, you actually win and you get the
hmm.
chance to banter Shreyas Bhai.
two. I know two of them, man. I know two. I think I know all three.
How, bro?
I just know all three.
Oh shit. Okay,
One
you
is tough,
said in
one
the
is tough. The like two are like you might have seen so many goals like highlights on social media.
so just in the Premier League, right?
Yeah, in Premier League, he scored 3 hat tricks in the Premier League that season, 70-80
Hmm.
Centurion season. Against whom did he score those three? I'll give you a hint, like one hint only.
No, but then you'll cut one of my points.
No, I won't. But okay, but everybody didn't ask for a hint, so I won't give it.
Okay, go give the hint then.
Um, one is easy. He scored 4 goals in one game that season.
Wait. Your voice cracked.
Hello,
Yeah,
I'm
Yeah.
audible. He scored 4 goals in one against one of the
No.
opponent.
Okay.
such a easy hint, man. Why would you
Easy.
give? Why would you give that? Why would you give
Okay.
that?
Wow. Why don't I remember?
But he has a record of most Premier League hat tricks, so it is difficult to remember. But still,
Exactly. Wait, we won 7-2 against Stoke, I remember, but he did not score a hat trick in
No,
that. He did
I
not
don't think
score
he
a hat
played
trick.
that game.
he didn't even play that game. Yeah,
He didn't
Yeah,
play that game.
exactly.
because he didn't.
Exactly. I remember that was yeah. No, that was not my answer. I just said
Take your time. Don't worry.
Oh boy. Yeah, that is okay.
Mm.
One is Newcastle. He always scores, so I'll just put my bets on Newcastle.
Okay.
Mm.
Uh, I remember his 5 goal game before. Leicester. That's where he scored 4. Yeah, Leicester is where he scored 4,
Okay.
and he had that amazing wallpaper with the ball. He kissing the ball.
By the way,
Okay,
that picture is from the Newcastle 5-1, so it was
the
not
Newcastle. Yeah. I
not that
confused that.
season.
Okay,
You are confusing the
so
season.
I believe I got 2, but
Newcastle, Leicester, and
third
third
one.
one.
Can I
Uh,
go for the third one?
Okay.
uh,
We won't get
I
any. You
don't
won't
know
get any
if I
point.
got it right.
You won't get any point
let,
for
let,
that.
okay,
No.
let me just guess one more, and then you can go.
Okay.
Mhm.
Um,
Okay. I'll give a hint that
I
we
would.
score against this team. We score many goals against this team. Like we batter them every time we play.
Yeah,
Every time we
he
play.
scores many goals against many teams.
So,
Exactly, dude. I mean,
but still, like this particular
okay.
team, we have scored like many goals. Too many goals against this team.
Um, Bournemouth.
Okay, so you're
That would
given
be that would be my third answer.
Newcastle, Leicester, and Bournemouth. Out of
Yeah.
those three, two are correct. Those are Newcastle
Yes.
and Leicester. But the third one was Watford. The 6-0 away hat trick he scored.
Oh,
Vicarage Road,
Correct,
yeah,
Road,
away.
yeah.
yeah. 6-0.
And
Okay,
so, did
yeah.
you know the Newcastle one, or you just guessed it?
No,
Newcastle, he scores every season, man.
that yeah.
Every season he
So
scores
that
that.
that was a guess, but Leicester, I remembered when you said 4 goals. That was Leicester. I was sure about that, but Newcastle was a guess,
Newcastle
and it was a
was
good
that a
guess.
crazy solo assist by Leroy Sané for his third one. He
Yeah.
scored a hat trick.
I remember now.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the score is 3-2. Janil bhai, you won the trivia. So if you want to give any banter to Shreyas bhai, keep on giving. So guys, thank you very much for participating and to be here with me. We had a very great chat. Hope to see you soon. And all the viewers, make sure like you subscribe the channel or Man City Mumbai supporters club. Follow them on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Thank you, Rose. Meet you soon. Stay safe, stay strong. Come on, City.
Thanks, man. It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure. Great, very well curated and good questions and very difficult questions.
Uh,
Well,
Great
and
to be
yeah,
here.
Thank
It
you.
was
yes,
worth
man.
waking up. So
Yeah,
you know, great job by you. And
yeah.
I hope
We'll
we would love to see some other supporters clubs group, people in here and see how they uh, cope up with your difficult questions.
yeah, definitely, definitely. So hope to meet you soon.
Sure.
Bye out.
Cheers, man.
Yeah. Take care. Bye.
Take care,
Take
bro.
care. Stay
Bye, bye,
safe.
bye.